The most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. You wake up with it, you walk around with it, eventually you'll act on it. And my self-talk was the most disgusting self-talk of all time. So the sewer of my mind, like I said, you have to go back in there and fix things. A lot of us are afraid. Like right now, 20 years ago, I was too embarrassed to tell you I stuttered, I lied, all these different things, getting beat up, getting bullied, whatever happened. But that's where the true transformation starts to happen. This is who I am. And this is where I have to fix myself. So this is where I started to develop an indestructible mental toolbox. So a lot of us run away from our fears. And we box ourselves in through a lifestyle of this is all we can do. I'm afraid of everything outside this box. What's funny about failure is we're afraid to fail a lot of times because we're afraid to get those people telling us that we're not good, that we shouldn't try again. This is how I look at it. First of all, those people are going to be there. And 99.9% of those people who are in your ear after you fail haven't even tried what you're attempting to do. Look at who's talking to you negatively first. And failure is the only way to grow. Everything I've ever succeeded in, 3 hell weeks, everything, Ranger School, everything I've ever failed, I failed miserably so many times. But what you do with that failure is you go back, you learn from it. Like, okay, this went wrong, that went wrong, that went wrong. And then you go back into it. All failure is a tool for success. It shows you how to get there. If you're willing to stay in the fight. That's the hard part. Where after failure, all these voices are saying, well, we're not good enough, we're not good enough, we're not good enough. No, we haven't tried enough. Life made you this way. We can't live like this. We can't live in fear. We can't live in judgment. We can't be afraid of what the fuck people right now are looking at me saying about me. Fuck all of you who don't like me. We cannot be afraid of that. Life made me this way here. I stutter. I have these issues with reading and writing, and I'm fat and I'm insecure. You have to face that in that dark room. In that dark room is who you are. But in that dark room is where you have to create another human being that walks out of that dark room to face who you are. That's the only way you're going to get over all those things. You have to create someone else. Not that you have 2 different personalities. It is you. But you have to find strength. And that visualization of almost me coming out a different person, a person who doesn't give a fuck about anything, doesn't care about being judged, who knows I'm weak, who knows I'm afraid. He says, whatever you think about me, take it, whatever, I'm here. We're all looking for passion. Passion's all around you. You get a whole fucking stack of it all around you. See, insecurities, all that shit. You gotta dive deep in that shit. It's all in there. All the energy and fuel you need is right in yourself. It's all there. You got a lot of stuff to do to overcome. And, that's where I found it. I found it right there in my own insecurity. I found drive in my own insecurities. And that's the most powerful thing in the world. When you can find drive in your own doubt, fear, insecurities, it's very unstoppable. When you're afraid of something, you have to master it. That's how you start to overcome it. So what I realized, when I get to that point where I want to quit, everybody, get to the point where they want to quit. This is what happens. The mind tells you, let's go home. Let's take a warm shower. Let's get some food. This is not right. This is that. If you cannot answer the questions at that moment, because your mind's going to start giving you all these questions. And if you can't answer them, you're going to quit. What I realized when I was going through BUD/S, Ranger School, all this 100-mile race, 200-mile race, pull-up records, my mind would come creeping in. Like when I was doing 4,030 pull-ups at 2,000 pull-ups and my hands were ripped open, my mind said, look, brother, we've done all these other things. You've proven yourself. You're good. If I didn't have the answer to respond to my mind and say why I'm here, why I'm doing this, you will always lose that fight. You have to have the response to what your mind is going to tell you. The most important step we'll ever take in life is our next one. A lot of us get our feet stuck in concrete. We get our feet stuck in concrete because we're afraid to to make enemies. We're afraid of students on our mind. We're afraid of being in that group of people. And when you walk away, we're afraid of what they might say behind your back. All that fear clouds your brain, clouds your thinking. One thing in life, you're gonna always have haters. Embrace it. Learn one thing. Shut the fucking noise out. Embrace the fact that people don't like you. It means you're doing something right. Stay hard. Stay in fight. If you're scared of something, learn about it. Figure it out, overcome it. In life, it's a true statement. We have hard times, we hit turbulence, we fail, we fall on our ass, we have divorces, we have all kind of bullshit that happens. And we sit there and think about that one issue, and it's all we think about. And we forget to fly the plane is us. We forget to focus on everything in life, our habits, our goals, our destination. And we end up failing.
If you're allowing people and things and situations to space in your fucking head, you're losing. Last thing, life's one big fucking head game. You're playing with yourself. If you lose, it's because you allow life to get in your fucking head. Stay hard.